everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I am joined, as always, by unrepentant agitator Anna Domini. Anna, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. I would like to know what these allegations are.
You were agitating earlier.
Oh, you just find me agitating. I see.
Well, you are agitating, but you're a real agitator. You're all just like trying to stir things up with society.
Sure.
Keep trying to unionize you and Kat against
I
me.
see. Yeah, no,
As
that's
if somehow I'm some kind of boss here. Like, as
This is the thing, like, in the context of all the bad shit that's happening in the world, the thing that will really get me out of bed and onto the streets is having to deal with you all the time and not getting any money for it.
Yeah, if you could march in the streets against me, then yeah, you'd definitely be out there. Like if you could get like 2-3 more people, I think you really like a real groundswell of people rising up against Matt Shadorn and his tyranny. You need like a Tiananmen Square, as it were.
Oh wow. We do. And the way that we're gonna fomate, is that the right word?
Formate.
Isn't it fomate? Like FOMA.
Oh,
like,
okay, fomate. Okay, yeah. Fomate. Yeah.
Foment? Anyway, you know what the word I'm trying to say.
Is the word.
Yeah. This discontent is like loads of people should listen to this podcast so that they know how terrible you are, and then that's how we'll get that groundswell of support.
I think yes, I'm a very divisive figure, so I think that people would be split 50-50 as to whether I'm terrible.
We could merchandise T-shirts like Team Anna and Kat.
We're selling the controversy.
Yeah.
Team Anna and Kat. Just like we're fighting against the patriarchy, which in this case is one guy.
Yeah, the man.
Not the man, but that man. Yeah. Great. Once again, a straight white man is canceled just for existing.
Hey, you're having a moment at the moment, you know? People are putting up, like, there's so many straight pride flags all over the place in Britain at the moment.
What?
You aware of this?
Yeah, there's straight pride flag? What? Is this all about the England flags that keep going up all over the place?
Yeah, and everyone's like, straight pride looks really boring.
Yeah, I'm just, every time I see an England flag, I'm just like a little bit nervous. I'm like, this isn't good. It's a shame that your flag almost carries the same cultural cachet as the Confederate flag. Like it's just, if you didn't have a soccer team, it would be really like there'd be no good reason to fly it, and people every time people would be like,
Yeah, in the midst of all this, I saw someone going, but I mean, like, what does your flag mean? Like, why are you proud to be English? And someone was like, Britain ended slavery, and it was like, who started slavery?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like you don't get credit
and it's like,
for it.
We're responsible for hundreds of Independence Days.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't get credit for it if you started it.
I mean, to be fair, that's like every time you ask me what saintly thing I've done, I always find like, well, I nearly did a bad thing and then I didn't. That's quite a lot of the time that's the theme. So this is like a much more extreme version of that. I was doing a bad thing, but I stopped.
Yeah, it does feel like, it's like, hey, I've changed a lot. So, and it's like, hey, thank you for stop doing slavery. Number one.
Slavery.
We are grateful that you stopped doing it. Slavery, even that's even worse. But you don't really get credit because you did it in the first place.
Well, it's ostensibly like, oh yeah, I'm just being patriotic, but like the whole sort of it's a racist dog whistle, basically.
Yeah. For those of you outside of the UK, an English flag is it's quite literally a red flag and a white flag, but a red flag. But Anna, have you done anything saintly or had anything miraculous happen to you lately?
Well, I went to a wedding fair at my venue the other day, and as I walked in, they were like, "Hello, have you booked where your wedding is?" And I was like, "Yes, it's gonna be here." And they were like, "Great!" And they gave me and my brother and Danny tokens to have a free lunch. So, yeah. We are spending thousands of pounds at this place, but we got like 50 quid's worth of free. So
there you go. You just have to go back a few more times.
Yeah. Well, I think it was only during the wedding fair.
Oh, during the wedding fair. Okay.
But it was nice because in the general sort of wedding cultural milieu that I'm like finding myself in, people are like, oh yeah, everything's just more expensive when you say wedding. Like people are suggesting, oh, you should just pretend it's a party, not a wedding, and then it won't be as expensive, which isn't true because if you're feeding hundreds of people,
It
it's
adds
just
up.
expensive, whatever you do. But it's actually quite nice that like the reality is you say, oh, you're getting married here. We're happy for you. We're going to give you some free food. Like, it didn't restore my faith in capitalism, but it was quite
Okay.
nice to be reminded that like it doesn't have to be a soulless kind of horrible money spinning sort of situation the whole.
Okay. Well, that's nice. I mean, they gave you 50 pounds of food for the I mean, like, you still see that, like,
Well, yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's like it's not capitalist because if you think about the actual conversion rate, it's a terrible ratio
yeah.
of value to spending. But therefore, like in a way, isn't that rebelling against them, sort
Sort of. I'll say yes, because I'm not quite sure the point you're making, but yeah, you did a great job there, Anna. Good job.
of? How about you?
What
Can
do you,
you do
what
better
do they
than
have at
that?
the wedding fair?
They had lots of photographers, which was a bit of a waste of time because we've already booked there. It's basically like a freshers fair, but like very little is free
Mm.
compared to freshers fairs. But yeah, you go around and you talk to people who want to make your wedding cake or buy your dress from them or hire them
Mm.
to DJ or whatever, and you get a goodie bag. And mine had
Ooh.
bit of confetti in it, a Ferrero Rocher, and a load of leaflets. So yeah,
Oh.
it's a very much like a freshers fair, but for people planning a wedding or not.
Uh,
You could just
did,
pretend.
did you find any good vendors, a DJ, or do you already have a photographer, I guess?
So we already have a photographer and we have a DJ included in our like package with the venue, which did make it a bit confusing why they had DJs exhibiting there. And actually maybe a makeup artist that I spoke to seemed quite nice.
Ooh.
So yeah, that'd be good. Because I was thinking like, oh, I'll just do my own. But because I don't really wear makeup, it might actually be better value to pay someone to come and put my face.
Is somebody going to do Danny as well, then?
I mean, maybe. I think he's just naturally better looking than me, so he doesn't need any artistry involved there.
Have you tried drinking water every once in a while? You know, once I was driving through Roanoke, Virginia, and there was a
Where the fuck is this going?
just hold on a second. Once I was driving through Roanoke, Virginia, and there was like a coliseum or something on the side of the road, and they had one of those digital signs
Sure.
that like would have events that were coming up, and it was probably two events, but I swear to God, when I drove past, it was like bridal show and monster truck rally same day.
Amazing.
And I was like, that's great. Some for the guys, some for the gals. What a fun day
Whenever
out,
I
really.
see an idea, I'm like, yes, we should have that at our wedding. So if there had been monster trucks at this wedding fair, I might have been like, that would make it really unique. There is a market that exists for both, is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying at the end of the wedding, you both get into the monster truck gravedigger and you drive over some cars on the way out. And I think
Yeah.
that's pretty.
What a great way to
Do
start
some
a
donuts in the
marriage.
parking lot and then zip out of there. I think that would be an
After
amazing end to a wedding.
we will both have been drinking all day, and I don't currently drive. I think that
Okay.
not what could go wrong.
Well, just hire somebody to drive it, right?
But that would mean one of us would have to go in the back. Although I guess
No,
monster
I
trucks
think
probably have like 3 seats in the cab.
both of you just sit in the back, right?
Oh, okay.
And then
A chauffeured monster truck. This
yeah.
sounds like one of the tackiest rich things you can imagine.
I just think that it would be a really unique ending to your wedding. That like it's like we didn't spend a lot on the reception or on the wedding venue, but we did spend quite a bit of money
On the
to enlist the
insurance
monster truck
claims.
Bigfoot to come. And our first choice was Truckosaurus, but that was a bit too expensive. That was out of our price range. Just
Yeah,
the amount you spend for the flamethrower is just like crazy.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you, right? You're like, oh, it wouldn't be so. Oh, it's not so expensive. And then like, oh, you got to pay that much for the propane for the flamethrower. It's like, well,
Yeah.
Anyways,
What about
well,
you?
My household did something good. We did something good here at the Shadorn Taylors.
Oh yeah.
We got solar panels on our house
Oh, very good.
a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
Wait, is that
there's
saintly, or do you get a discount on your bills now?
It can be both. I think we're only using like 30% of the energy that we'll be generating, so the rest will just go into the grid. So that's all clean energy just going into the grid. And this is
nice.
all part of a scheme that I think Oxfordshire is doing, or the city of Oxford, I forget, some government is doing, where basically the solar panels and the installation were free, and we need to just pay for like the battery, and then they just like track our solar energy thing. So it's like a scheme, so they to gather data for larger projects, I think. But either way, it was a pretty great deal, and our house qualified. We had to send them a bunch of smart meter data, and then our house qualified,
Cool.
and so we just got solar panels, so it's great. So now if we get air conditioning, still fine. It's fine if we get air conditioning.
You've got a clean conscience. Well, that's very nice. I mean, it's reminding me of all those saint stories of, like, their parents were wealthy merchants, because obviously you only qualify because you own your home, right?
That's fair.
And you own a whole house.
I mean,
so, like, I'd love to get solar panels, but because we're in a flat, we don't have any rights to the roof.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe you could go in with all your neighbors and something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they want to collaborate with me because I'm anti one of them being an illegal Airbnb landlord. So.
Oh, yeah. That's
awkward.
Why would anybody want to Airbnb your neighborhood?
Well, because it's fucking nice and quiet, and it's a lovely place to stay because it's next to a park and it's quiet and nice. And
well, are you the Airbnb landlord?
No, the point is, the thing that makes it an appealing place for tourists is the fact that there are no fucking tourists there. And I mean, they're nice flats.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you're not like exactly centrally located, so
sure, but like neither are most of the, like, apart from the really fancy hotels, like most of the hotels are kind of on the ring road or outside the ring road, right?
Well,
anyway. So you're being a saintly person with lots of cheap renewable energy.
I'm creating more renewable energy. I'm helping reduce the carbon footprint of my neighborhood and my family and the city itself. So
does that mean we can say that this podcast is like carbon neutral?
Yeah, carbon neutral podcast. Yeah, I probably generate enough electricity to offset your house as well. So,
nice.
There you go.
Good.
So you don't even need solar panels.
We should start advertising that.
Yeah. Anyways, so Anna.
Yes.
Today is September 7th, 2025.
Yeah, good luck with those solar panels. We're getting into autumn now.
You sound like some right-wing jerk. Like, oh, the sun doesn't shine at night, Gotcha. That's what the battery's for, loser. Anyways, who is today's saint?
We are looking forward to the 13th of September, which is the feast day of Saint John Chrysostom. There's obviously a lot of St. Johns, so this guy is different from the John that's associated with the Gospel and the St. John who was John the Baptist. Yeah, this guy is a different. There's a lot of Johns, what I'm saying.
Just lots of Johns, as always, just clogging up our lives.
Indeed.
Like, there's more CEOs named John than there are female CEOs. There's probably more saints named John than there are female saints.
That's also possible. I mean, cannot confirm, but I won't deny it either. But Chrysostom means golden mouth.
Golden mouth.
Yeah. So he's like the Bond villain of saints.
Golden mouth. He's got a golden tongue and shiny teeth, golden mouth.
Please edit that into and have that for this episode instead of our normal introduction. Yeah. I think you should do a special introduction to this. Yeah. Because that was beautiful and I'm moved.
Everything tastes of gold. He'll lick you with his gold tongue, golden mouth. All right.
Well, yeah, no, it was actually because he was really good at oral sermons. He was really good at giving oral sermons.
Oh, boo. Coward. All right. So what is John Chrysostom's deal?
So he was born in Antioch in Roman Syria, which is now Turkey.
Right.
Around 347 CE. I say around because some historians say that that's like the best medium between other historical accounts that say he was born in 344 or 349. So he was born sometime.
We just took the average and that's about it. Do we know when he died, or at least, or like?
Yes. He died on the 14th of September, 407. So maybe around 60. So you may have noticed already that his feast day is not the same day as he died.
No.
So that is because the 14th of September is a big day in the church because it is when the cross is celebrated, the Feast of the Cross, or also known as Crouchmas.
Crouchmas? Wait, all right.
Crouchmas or Rudemas.
So wait, let me get me straight. My feast day was bumped for a hunk of wood? Is this what we're saying? Like, I'm not as good as
it's a pretty special hunk of wood. Like, honestly, the process of doing this research, I was like, maybe I should just talk about the cross instead of this John guy, because like there's loads of claims for like relics and obviously
Oh,
miracles. Famously, I think the cross is even the patron of some things. So,
really? Wow.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe that would have been
That
interesting.
that's one of the reasons why my research was like delayed. I fell down a whole rabbit hole of reading all about the hagiography of the cross and its
Of a
feast
cross.
day.
Is it like the cross was born to two rich trees?
Well, it's funny you should say that, Matthew, because it actually in the like tradition they say that the cross was made of a wood from a tree in the Garden of Eden. So it's like when Jesus gets killed on it, it's like a full circle moment. Isn't that beautiful?
But why would the? I was gonna say it's an incredible coincidence. I guess it's just divine
Yeah.
intervention, just
Or
like
provenance, yeah.
that God's working in mysterious ways to get a tree from the Garden of Eden to his son's crucifixion. Because it's like, no son of mine's gonna be crucified. No son of mine's gonna be crucified on some regular old sticks. No, get some special
no,
wood for my
exactly.
boy.
They offered him a flat pack from IKEA and he poo-pooed it.
So wait, so you said it's Crossmas? Crotchmas?
Crouchmas.
Crouchmas.
Crossmas is known as is known as Crouchmas or Rudemas, because as in ROOD, because that's obviously an oldie word for a stick.
Oh, why do you call it
So-
Woodmas then?
That would make more
Rudemas.
sense.
I love the idea of Crouchmas, just everybody just down low, just like. Well, I went by the church and I looked in the window and there was no one there. It's like, oh, it was Crouchmas. Everybody was down.
We were having a surprise Crouchmas party.
Yeah, everybody sprung up at once. Happy
Yeah.
Crouchmas.
You spring up, and instead of putting your hands above your head, you put them out like to
Ah,
the sides.
I see.
So the Holy Cross Day is very sacred and special. I think the reason it's in September as opposed to like closer to Easter because
That was the cross's birthday.
No, it was like put in a special church and there was a service for it, and so it's commemorated on that day. Anyway, so John.
See, actually, I am fascinated, but I want to go down a rabbit hole. Like, wait, so what happened to the cross? So, like, after Jesus was crucified, did it just go back into cross rotation? They crucified some other people with it, or did like the followers of Jesus steal the cross?
Jesus was a carpenter, so I feel like he would have wanted it to be upcycled.
Yeah. Do you think when he was on the cross, he's like, actually, this is a pretty nice cross. They did a quality job.
I think when we do our live episode, we should maybe do it about the cross.
Okay.
And then that rabbit hole will be just.
Maybe we'll see.
But anyway, back to John.
Yeah. So John,
We haven't
sorry,
got very
John.
far in his life.
I can see why John got bumped for
Yeah.
this cross because it's so far it is much more fascinating than John.
It had a much more interesting provenance because John was born in Antioch, as I said, in Turkey.
Right.
And his father was a high-ranking military officer, so
What?
pretty standard.
Yeah.
So I guess kind of middle class.
No, I would imagine that like high-ranking military officer was also like pretty well off.
Fair enough. But his father died when he was an infant.
Oh no.
And as a result, his mother was left to raise him and his eldest sister alone. According to some counts,
Count Dracula.
accounts, goddammit.
Oh, a count. I think said some counts. According to some counts, just some royalty just hanging around. They were really just telling tales about John.
Well,
why do you
he's a
care?
pretty big deal. I mean, despite the fact
Yeah.
that his feast day was moved, there's a lot of people that talk about him.
Okay.
So accounts of his life in general and his family vary a lot. So Catholics like to say that his mother was a pious Christian,
Mm-hmm.
but there's also evidence that she was in fact a pious pagan. So,
Oh, okay.
but either way, she apparently didn't remarry after her husband died. And according to the Catholic tradition, I guess she was deeply committed to raising a son in the Christian faith
That was nice.
and ensuring he received the best education possible. If she was in fact pagan, then it may have just been that she was, of a certain level of middle class aspiration at a time when education was highly valued.
Seems like a pretty quality mom.
Yeah.
I want the best for my boy now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna focus on him. Make sure he gets good school.
Yeah, trying to iron out the trauma of losing a parent early in life. Although I guess if he's an infant, may not have been traumatic.
Yeah, he probably didn't notice.
Again, according to some maybe biased accounts, John credited his mother's early influence with instilling in him his moral energy, his aversion to ostentation, and his steadfast. So, yeah, she sounds pretty nice.
Sounds like a good lady. Got a steadfast son. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, other than being half an orphan, we don't know much about his childhood other
Is that the
than
term we're using? Is that the right term? Half an orphan?
half an orphan.
Is that
Sure, why not?
is there a term for like being widowed but you're a kid?
Given that the burden of childcare tends to fall on mothers, maybe we should say 30%.
Oh, okay. Wow. Way to erase the contribution of dad.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've never experienced it personally, but
Not to erase you, obviously. I'm just talking stat that I've made up. But he seemed to have been, like, he went into higher education. So a lot of his, like, early life talks about him basically being prepared for a career as, like, a public speaker.
uh-huh.
So he was educated by the famous pagan orator Libanius, who was prominent in Antioch.
A prominent speaker.
Yeah, you know, in oldie times, it was just a career to just talk. Like rhetoric, it was like a Greek tradition.
Right.
It's a
Yeah,
big
I mean,
deal.
you know, that's still a possibility for people still talk. I mean, like, we know a lot of stand-up comedians. That's pretty much what that is.
Yeah, like imagine that, but less jokes. Apparently, people
So
love
he's-
that.
He was a pundit, basically.
Yeah, an orator. So from Libanius, he learned rhetoric and developed a love for language and classical literature, skills
That's nice.
which would later define his renowned sermon.
Ooh.
So laying the groundwork.
The good at sermoning.
Yeah, hence golden mouth.
Right.
So he started training as a lawyer and showed exceptional talent for public speaking, to the point which Libanius reportedly said that John would have been his successor, as in like top dog speaker of the town, I guess.
Right.
Quote, if the Christians had not taken him from us. So
So-
yeah, although his like religious background at that point, up to that point, is unclear, he either converted or sort of started taking Christianity more seriously at some point.
Oh, so he's like, this kid had a lot of potential, and then he just like,
Yeah, and then he
he
fell
veered
in with
off
a
the path
bad
and, like-
crowd. Yeah, the
yeah,
Christians.
these rebellious Christians. Oh,
Yeah.
they're lousy. They're such bad
Exactly.
influences. Another poor boy lost to Jesus.
Exactly. So, as he grew older, John became more deeply committed to Christianity and went on to study theology under Diodorus of Tarsus, who was a founder of the School of Antioch, which is like an ancient Christian theology institution.
Oh, I love that Jack Black movie, School of Antioch. So,
Really niche parody, that one.
so he gets a mentor and
Yeah.
learns all the Antioch school stuff.
Yeah, so the Antioch school is, as well as like an actual place, it was also kind of the home of a school of thought
Oh, I see.
that was kind of controversial at the time.
Ooh, risque.
So we'll come back to that.
Okay.
But yeah, so either in 368 or 373, again, we're not sure, but when he was a young man, like maybe around 20, he was baptized and tonsured.
Mhm.
You know you're taking it seriously when you get the haircut.
Yeah, I mean anybody can be baptized, but but the haircut really marks you out as somebody who's made
Yeah.
a real commitment.
Yeah. I've just made that connection now. It's like, I am really serious about remaining a virgin for life. Look at my hair.
Yeah, it does feel like haircuts are the real test of religious faith.
Yeah.
Like, you know, anybody can get a little bit damp, but it's whether you're willing to go whole hog and
Yeah.
shave the top of your head off in the most insane way possible. I will say, I rewatched Shogun with my wife. Did you see
Right.
Shogun, the
I've
miniseries?
only watched like 1 or 2 episodes. I didn't really get into it.
There's a Catholic priest in there who's tonsured, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? Looks good on this guy. It's probably just because they have like Hollywood, like
Yeah.
it's Hollywood magic. It's just like, oh, this guy looks, oh, you know what? That's good on you.
Yeah.
He's just a handsome guy. He's just a Hollywood actor, I guess. So
You know, it's actually a famous phrase. If you're trying to describe someone as particularly handsome, they've got a face that could pull off a tonsure.
yeah, no,
Yeah?
that's I guess I never really made that connection before, but you're right. If you love somebody, if you could see him in tonsure and still be attracted to them, then you really do love him. So.
Anyways, and then after his mother died around 375, John went into the desert near Antioch to become a hermit.
Classic.
Yeah, one step above the haircut is the social isolation.
No, I still say the haircut's really the top level.
Fair.
Because again, anybody can just go out in the desert, just hang out there for a while, but it's really the haircut that's setting you apart.
That
think-
is what's brave. That's true.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
I don't know, even maybe more so than a tattoo, because most tattoos you could cover up, right? I guess you could wear a hat.
You can wear a
but-
hat, yeah.
Had
or
they
a
invented hats
hood.
in the 4th century?
I mean, they had bishops, as we'll
That's-
hear, so they probably had hats.
Yeah.
That's logic there.
Yeah, I like this. It's been a while since we've had a classic sick, going out into the desert and sitting in a hole kind of saint. So that's nice, you know.
Little
I
throwback
love
for
this.
you.
Yeah, I like this.
It's familiar at this point, isn't it? You can probably tell where it's going next.
Starvation.
Actually, there's not reference to his eating habit, but he was supposedly inspired by Diodorus, who was well known for his asceticism.
Oh.
And John spent the next 2 years continually standing, which is
Okay.
kind of new, I think.
I don't know. He sleeps standing up
Well, he continually stood and barely slept, so maybe the
Okay.
two are related.
because every time he slept, he fell over and woke himself up.
Yeah, it's the ancient monk version of sleep apnea.
Mhm.
He also spent his time committing the Bible to memory. So yeah, probably not very much food and a Bible.
Right.
And he's just there for 2 years by himself. So
I like how he's like, I'm out in the desert. There's a lot of monks out here being ascetics. How am I going to set myself apart? Standing.
hair shirts,
this is
they're
my-
so last year.
I know. It's like this guy's just sitting in a cave. This guy's just eating worms. That's just kind of
Yeah.
old hat. Everybody's doing that. What's the new cool thing that I can be doing? People are going to be like, now John gets it.
Right? Well, I mean, this is how you become a saint. You know, if we went and did hermitry now, we probably wouldn't become saint
No.
unless we innovated.
How would we do that? Let's spitball some ideas here. What are you thinking?
No mobile phone. That would be like
Yeah,
very torturous
pretty
for
tough.
me, I think.
That's
Yeah.
pretty- How about if I'm always sitting cross-legged so my feet are always asleep?
I mean,
And then that
they
way-
would probably fall off at that point. You'd be your like
Well, okay.
golden mouth equivalent would be Matthew the Footless.
Okay,
in that case,
I don't like
think.
that. I don't care for that. I just
I
was
don't know.
like,
It's
what
pretty
if I
good.
just had,
Pretty unique.
if I could like my foot was asleep all the time?
Shadorn of no toes.
The headstands, handstands,
Yeah.
just walking around on your hands. Spent the whole time walking around on his hands.
If you spent the whole time dragging yourself around on your head, you'd probably get a tonsure much quicker as well.
Ugh,
So your hair would just wear away.
That's what they call a tonsure the hard way.
See,
Anyways.
we're innovating. We could so easily do this.
So he's a real stand-up guy here
Yeah,
out in the desert,
literally.
committing the Bible to memory.
Yeah, memorizing the Bible, which is pretty hardcore.
I guess if you got nothing else, I was like, what have I got? I've got an empty, open desert,
Yeah.
no place to sit, and a book.
It was either that or like 2,000 paper aeroplanes.
Yeah, exactly.
As a result of his ascetic practices, mainly memorizing the Bible,
Yeah.
his stomach and kidneys were permanently damaged.
No shit.
Poor health forced him to return to Antioch.
I would imagine his legs would be destroyed just from standing up.
Yeah. Well, it took him a while to return because he was just limping the whole way there.
Yeah, just legs are so stiff.
Or
But
would they get stronger?
I don't
guess
know.
you're not
Maybe
eating
just-
anything, so.
I guess is if he's just standing or if he's actually standing and walking. But like even I once heard a fact check on that one Proclaimer song that said that if you walked 500 miles, you would
And then walked 500 more.
you would incur permanent damage to yourself. Like that's too much to walk.
What, like total?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. Like I mean, I think it implies
That
it's kind of like
seems implausible. Like, if it was like continuously without stopping, then yeah, fair enough. That would probably be.
that's what it seems to imply in the song. I mean, I'm certain you could walk 500 miles over the course of several days.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Over weeks, I would think you'd need to walk.
4 miles an hour, 10 hours a day,
Yeah.
which would still be quite a lot.
Yeah. 4 miles an hour is the average walking speed.
Yeah.
So then
You'd
25
probably
times.
go less than that if you're doing it all the time as well.
Yeah.
So maybe 3 miles an hour.
See, that's the thing. I think it's bad.
I'm sure someone has done a comedy routine about the maths of that song. It's been around for quite a while, so.
He walks back to Antioch, gets
Yeah.
some medical help for his shriveling internal organs.
Presumably. I mean, the medical knowledge at the time wouldn't have been great, so they probably just threw some leeches at him.
I feel sick, and the doctor's like, "You sure are, buddy." Well, sorry.
Yeah. Pray about it. So he continued as a reader for around 4 years before being ordained as a deacon.
Oh, okay.
So he's getting that
Reader.
career-
What is a reader?
just like a minor order at the time in the church.
Oh, okay. Just a guy who just, if you need something read, you just
He
come and see
doesn't.
him.
He doesn't even really need to read because he knows the whole Bible. So no, it's specifically like in church services, the person who reads out like the chosen passage for that sermon.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he wouldn't. He could just memorize.
Yeah, he just knew it.
Yeah.
Just toss out any numbers.
So-
He's just like any book, any verse. He just got it up on the old dome.
Presumably that contributed to his being promoted to deacon.
Good for him.
So during this time,
It's
John...
like, 'cause he's probably like, why was I not getting promoted out in the desert? Oh, well.
I was trying
But I
so
did.
hard with my Bible memorizing and my standing up.
Standing up, and I was on the desert, and I was just like, this is going to be rewarded someday. And then I come back, suddenly I'm getting promotions left and right.
And that's it. It's like being a stand up now. If you're not in London, what are you doing?
Indeed.
So during this time, John gained popularity because of his eloquence in public speaking.
Ooh.
And he spoke a lot at Antioch's cathedral, which was known as the Golden Church. There's a lot of gold going around in this story for someone who's supposedly ascetic.
Right. He's a golden mouth. His taste
Yes.
buds are gold, and his cheeks are also gold. Don't try to bite the cheeks of golden mouth.
Beautiful. So yeah, he was popular for his gifted public speaking, his insightful expositions of Bible passages, and his moral teaching.
Yeah.
To this day,
And his nice off-the-cuff manner, you know? His real conversational style. Real
Yeah.
good improviser.
put people at ease.
Yeah.
I think you're seeing yourself in this guy a bit.
You know what? I am a bit of a golden mouth. That's what the ladies say. Hey,
Uh-oh.
what? No, they don't do that.
Well, here's something for you to aspire to. So, to this day, some 700 sermons and 246 letters by John Chrysostom survive, plus Bible commentaries, moral discourses, and theological treatises. So,
A bit of
he's
golden
pretty...
pen as well, then.
Well, I don't know. Maybe someone else wrote them down, but he was well educated, so who knows?
Hey, it's like, hey, I'm a reader, not a writer, so somebody else better get on that pen. And he's probably just like, the ideas are coming so fast and furious, I need somebody else to write them down.
Yeah, get this down. Get this down.
Get this done. Here comes another
Another
bit of
nugget of gold from
another
Golden Mouth over
golden
here.
mouth, spitting out nuggets of gold and pieces of silver, wisdom, shiny, silvery wisdom from gold.
I take it back. You're not a good speaker.
Okay. Oh, God, I'm terrible. I'm sorry. I've been living a lie. It's been so much pressure.
So much pressure on my feet. He emphasized charitable giving and was concerned with the spiritual and temporal needs of the poor.
That's very nice of
So,
him.
yeah.
Are you praying? Also, are you eating?
Yeah. We got to nourish your soul and your body. Just not mine.
Exactly.
Got these horrible
I'm okay. I
kidney
already
problems.
ate 6 years ago. I'm fine
Yeah.
right now. The only thing I eat is gold because I'm golden mouth. I live on a diet of only gold. My golden gums can... My golden jaw only masticates raw metal of gold.
That was very
mouth.
good. You've
Anyways.
almost made up for the nonsense you were spewing earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your saint epithet would be bullshit mouth.
Wow. Is today rude, miss? Because that was pretty rude. Wow.
Depending on when you listen, I guess, yeah, could be.
I like to keep the spirit of rudeness all the days of the year, asshole.
Yeah, we're going to have so much fun when we do the Rudemas live episode.
You there, boy. What day is it? Fuck off, you old bitch.
Oh, it's Rudemas.
Lovely rudeness. Yeah, I guess rudeness. Jeez. Oh, wow. And of good fuck off to you, young man.
It's like, you know, when you go on a walk on Christmas Day and everyone says Happy Christmas to each other. You should make it a tradition and go round on the 14th of September just telling everyone to fuck off. And if people start assaulting us or whatever, we'll be like, we'll take it to the Oxford Mail and we'll be like, we're not allowed to practice our religious freedom. It's Rudemas.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't even be rude on rudeness. Now everybody's like, he's got to be so polite.
Because of woke.
The PC police gonna
Yeah.
tell us not to be rude on rudeness. What's next? You can't crouch on Crouchmas? I'll stand up on the 15th. Thank you very much. Today is Crouchmas. I can't believe we're burning all our good Crouchmas and rudeness jokes.
I know, before the well, it's fine because when the live episode comes, the audience will be like, oh, this is a great callback,
Right.
and we'll have created good bonhomie and rapport with them through this inside
Fair
joke.
warning, when people show up for the show, there will be no chairs there. Only crouching.
So, John, he spoke against abuse of wealth and personal property. He would have been so anti this illegal Airbnb, I think.
Yeah.
But his straightforward understanding of the scriptures, in contrast to the contemporary tendency towards allegorical interpretation, meant that the themes of his talks were practical, explaining the Bible's application to everyday life.
Right.
So, he was a man of the people, basically.
Whereas the other people were just like, no, it's allegorical. Jesus didn't want you to give away all of your stuff. I mean, you can have some cool gold stuff. He's like, I only need my golden mouth.
You must give it away and put it all in my mouth. Yeah.
So he's like, I'm taking a very fact-based and like like
Yeah.
applicable version of the Bible stories.
Yeah. And people loved it.
I can see
Partly
that.
because, unfortunately, he was quite anti-Semitic.
Ah,
Yeah.
man. Why can't
like
we have
that-
any heroes anymore?
Yeah.
Ah,
So
fuck off. We need to be more generous, especially those filthy Jews. Like, ah, damn it.
you were so on board, and
It
then
was-
I just really that came out of nowhere,
That was
didn't it?
in the history of this podcast, that was one of the bigger rug pulls.
Because of course John's gospel is very anti-Semitic, and
Right.
it's like, although some historical scholars argue that John Chrysostom wasn't anti-Semitic per se, as just anti the teaching of Judaism.
Oh, okay. I just don't believe in what those liars say.
God. But hey, look, we're an equal opportunities podcast. He was also homophobic.
Oh, well, yeah. I can excuse
Oh my God, but I draw the line.
homophobia. What do you want from me? Oh, he's homophobic. This is nothing. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, of course he was homophobic. But was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a bit you were doing.
Why would...
And he hated Filipinos for some reason, which, like, how would he even found one?
Right.
So, how is he homophobic?
Well, he's credited with popularizing the literalism around St. Paul's letters, where he refers to homosexuality as a sin. So,
Have you guys seen these great letters from Paul? I think they're really
Yeah.
saying some stuff that we're all thinking, right?
yeah. I mean, it's interesting because Paul was definitely, like, more sympathetic towards Jewish Paul. So, I was going to say, like, maybe you could respect John more than you'd respect, like, evangelical right-wing Christians today, because he is, like, although he's like, I'm literally interpreting this bit, he's also literally interpreting the stuff about wealth. But then he is picking and choosing on the bits about tolerance. So,
Right.
yeah.
So he's one of those guys who's socially conservative but fiscally liberal.
Yeah. I guess so.
Ugh.
Is that the worst kind? Is that worse than the other way round?
I don't know. I'm trying to think that through. I'm just like, but then you don't really see how the two are actually really. You just kind of you're just like ignoring any kind of intersectionality, right? So it's just
Yeah.
Anyways, he's just an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, well, no, this is the thing, right? He wrote like 700 things, and only 2 of them are called
Right.
against the Jews. So
There's gonna be a little homophobia in there.
yeah, but maybe. Well, no,
Or
obviously, I'm slightly committing to the bit, but obviously, it is reprehensible.
This is like
just to be clear.
but like people are just like, oh, there's these Joe Rogan episodes where he's extremely like anti-trans or homophobic or whatever, racist, and people are like, well, he's done hundreds of episodes. I mean, that's gonna come out occasionally, like just this is your volume of material.
Dabble in a bit of bigotry every now and then.
I mean, we've all said some things about certain
to be
races and
fair,
genders we don't agree with.
We probably say something bigoted in every episode. If we listen, like, we probably, by accident, but we probably do.
Yeah, probably.
Not a great advert. I'm not doing good marketing at the moment, but
check out the back catalog if you want to get us canceled, guys.
yeah. No, we've definitely wondered why we haven't been cancelled yet in past episodes.
I think because nobody listens. I think not enough people listen for us to be canceled properly.
Right.
So where are we at? What are we doing?
John Chrysostom, morally grey.
Not exactly somebody.
Nobody's perfect.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. We're saying that.
No, I'm playing bigot's advocate here, obviously.
Right. All right.
So the point was he spoke out against the abuse of wealth and personal property. Pro. Con, the other side of this coin is he likes interpreting the Bible literally, which unfortunately means bigotedly.
Yeah. Bigotedly?
Bigotedly. Yeah.
Bigotedly.
With bigotry.
Okay. Great.
But as with right-wing figures today, he was seen with his straightforward and practical sermons. He was a man of the people, and he gained a lot of popular support. Well,
right.
yeah, probably quite a lot at the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially, I think, because like Christianity and its kind of like cultural status was probably trying to separate itself a bit from ancient Rome, which was seen as a more socially liberal sort of hotbed of bodily explorations and such. In 397, he was promoted to Archbishop of Constantinople.
Constantinople, that's pretty big.
Yeah, so he had to leave Antioch in secret due to fears that the departure of such a popular figure would cause civil unrest.
People find out I'm gone, this place is just gonna go to shit.
Yeah. So he continued to make waves as an archbishop, adamantly refusing to host lavish social gatherings, which made him more popular with the common people of Constantinople, but less popular with the wealthy citizens and the clergy.
Uh-oh. That's I don't know. Seems like that's gonna
come back to bite him.
It seems like that's gonna shorten your lifespan more than the other way around, but
indeed. So his reforms of the clergy were also unpopular. He told visiting regional preachers to return to the churches they were meant to be serving without any payout.
Yeah. And no gay stuff.
Oh my god. He became more controversial because he, like, obviously as an archbishop, he had more power.
Right.
And there was a more powerful person called Theophilus I of Alexandria, who was the Patriarch of Alexandria, which I believe is another place in Turkey.
It's probably the one in Egypt. That seems like that would be...
Yeah, I think it was. So, this Theophilus guy, who was quite a big deal, opposed John's being the archbishop.
Oh, yeah.
Because he wanted to bring Constantinople into his power.
No.
And basically, there was a controversy where 4 Egyptian monks, known as the Tall Brothers, okay.
Which brothers? I don't know. The tall ones, you know.
The tall ones. I don't think they were actually related. They were monks, but they were the Tall Brothers.
Right. You must be this tall to join our order.
Yeah.
It's like one of those signs. It's like a cartoon dog holding his hand up.
Otherwise, you can't make such a big impression on Crouchmas.
Right.
If you're short to begin with. So Theophilus had disciplined these guys because they had a particular sort of ideology. Around this time, like, Christian orthodoxy wasn't fully established, so there was like a lot of debate, and it was sometimes violent about like how exactly to interpret things.
I love the violent debate. Like, just like, you know what? If you don't fucking accept my views of the Holy Spirit, I'm gonna break this goddamn chair over your fucking bishop hat.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. No, like, they'd be like, you're a heretic, so we're going to rip out your tongue so you can't say any more lies. So the Tall Brothers had been disciplined by Theophilus, and they fled to John and were welcomed by him.
Oh, that's nice.
So this was John's way of making a powerful enemy.
Uh-oh.
Because Theophilus then accused John of being too partial to Origen, who was controversial at the time. Does that make sense? Kind of?
Kind of, yeah.
Why he's making enemies. He made
he went
another
against
enemy.
this other guy, and yeah, okay.
Yeah. He made another enemy in the wife of Emperor Arcadius, known as Eudoxia, who assumed that John's denunciations of extravagance in feminine dress were aimed at her. So he was doing general preaching about, you know, women should cover up because, as previously mentioned, he's quite a conservative guy. And I think Eudoxia was like, are you talking about me? And then tried to get him cancelled.
This feels like this is about me. Is this about me? No, just like, no. Listen. I hate all women.
I hate all
don't
women.
Worry about it. Yeah, this isn't... Honestly, you're just another bitch to me, okay? So don't even worry about it.
I mean, I guess, like, you know, she would have been doubly offensive because she was a woman and she was rich as well.
Yeah.
So, like,
probably.
yeah, I don't know who the underdog in this situation is, to be honest.
You're not a Jew, are you?
Oh my god. Well, Eudoxia, Theophilus, and a lot of other enemies that he made in his time held a synod in 403. It was like a council.
Right.
It was known as the Synod of the Oak. And I wondered if it was in a tree, but apparently the oak was just the area of Antioch, I think, or
It was
Constantinople.
just a pub they met at called the Oak, and they had some drinks and talked over how much they fucking hated John.
At this synod, there were a load of people accusing John of various crimes.
Okay.
Or like transgressions in
heresies.
His being an archbishop. Yeah. So he was accused of having whipped and chained another monk, also called John.
Now wait a minute. In fairness, John was really into it.
So,
We had a safe word, okay? That was all consensual.
oh yeah, but then that would have been deeply hypocritical, wouldn't
Oh
it?
yeah, it was like it wasn't gay because I had my eyes closed.
Oh, yeah,
I was
he
thinking
was
about Jesus the whole time, so couldn't have been gay, huh? And what do you think about that?
that stupid, sexy Jesus. He was accused of selling church property, which again, very hypocritical, given that he
Uh-oh.
was like meant to be very anti-corruption in the church.
Was he selling church property and like giving it to the poor or something?
I mean, maybe, and maybe they like missed out that bit for the
Yeah.
sake of making it more damning.
How does he account for all the gold in his mouth? And it's like that's just a nickname.
It's
That's
a
not
figure
real.
of speech.
It's just a figure of speech. No, it's not. But he said everybody called him Goldmouth. Yeah, that's not actually like that. Actually, is more about his oratory skills than actual gold in his. It's like it's okay.
Okay,
Why are
well,
we
we'll
whispering
cross
still?
that one out.
All right, well, fine. That's one thing. Okay, but the whips and chains thing was weird, right?
We can all agree.
We're all creeped out by that.
He was accused of insulting the clergy as dishonorable, corrupt, useless in themselves, and worthless. I mean, it sounds like he probably did say that.
Yeah, it feels like he'd be like, yeah, where's the lie?
Yeah. He was also accused of calling someone called Saint Epiphanes an idiot and a demon. So apparently that's not allowed when you're
Okay.
an archbishop.
Okay, yeah. You know who else I hate is this other saint. So John's just walking into rooms like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. There were in total around 30 accusations. So those were
Okay.
just the highlights.
Pretty good accusations.
And the outcome of this synod was he was condemned to be exiled.
Right. I think once you got past 10 accusations, it was the writing was on the wall.
Yeah, they called for him to be deposed and banished, but his followers and all the public support that he had caused the emperor, Arcadius, he called John back almost immediately. And apparently there was an earthquake the night that John got arrested, which Eudoxia then took as a sign of God's anger and asked her husband to like reinstate John.
Again, this lady thinks everything's about her.
That's very true. He was reinstated, but then a silver statue of Eudoxia was erected near his church.
Just a real fuck you to John.
Yeah.
Just like, gotta walk past the statue. He's like, that fucking idiot. I'm gonna silver statue.
But he rose above it because he gave a sermon denouncing the dedication of statues and specifically said, again, Herodias raves, which is a reference to the death of John the Baptist and the wife of Herod, like, taking issue with that John in the Bible. Again, she dances, and again, she desires to receive John's head on a charger.
Ooh.
He's being very dramatic here, I think.
Yeah.
She had a statue against. So he didn't learn his lesson from the time he wasn't actually calling her out in particular. Because
Right.
he then goes and calls her out in particular. And this caused him once again to be banished.
The Emperor's like, look, I let you go one time, but then you call my wife out again. I gotta banish you now. I just can't
sorry,
not.
my hands
She's
are
gonna be
tied.
really angry with me. Look, I'm sorry, but I gotta live with her. So you or me, buddy.
Fair. His banishment sparked riots among his supporters in the capital. And in the fighting, his cathedral got burnt down, which led to the construction of the second cathedral on the site, which is the Theodosian Hagia Sophia. So I think that may be the one that's there now.
Okay.
Like the Hagia Sophia.
Okay, but his church got burned down.
So
Where was
his
he
church got
exiled
burned
to?
down. Caucasus in Abkhazia, which is
In the Caucasus Mountains.
on the eastern coast of the Black Sea, at the intersection of Eastern Europe and West Asia.
Right. Okay.
Helpful?
So he's in the Caucasus,
Yeah.
right? Which is the region of between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea that's in modern day Georgia.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the birthplace of white people. That's where the phrase Caucasian comes from.
Ah.
This is the ancestral home of white people where everybody loves oat milk lattes and NASCAR.
God damn it, I do love you.
See?
So while he kept being banished, he was continuing to preach. One of the causes he took up at this time.
Was not banishing people. I think banishing people is a really bad punishment for things.
Yeah,
I think we can
no,
all get on board with that.
that could have been sensible. He lent support, moral and financial, to Christian monks who were enforcing the emperor's Emperor's anti-pagan laws by destroying temples and shrines. I mean, I guess he was maybe trying to support the emperor whose wife he'd pissed off.
Maybe.
But it also seems like kind of inciting violence.
Yeah, one-man inquisition.
Yeah, he was still able to maintain his hobbies in the middle of all the banishment.
It's nice that he never lost track of who he hated.
Yeah.
And he could expand that. He's like, it's a big tent of hate that I have, including pagans and
pagans, Jews, women,
the
gay
gays.
people.
We don't forget about those.
Yeah, never. God, somehow this podcast really has become straight pride. A lot of bigotry in this one. So eventually John's rivals did succeed in getting him banished, although the actual reasons for the successful banishment have been lost to history. We know that Pope Innocent I protested the banishment from Constantinople, but to no avail. So Innocent sent a delegation to intercede on John's behalf, but it never reached Constantinople. It encountered too many difficulties.
I just am lost. I don't know. Well, here's the problem, is we started at the Vatican and we got on a road led right back to Rome.
I hate it when that happens.
Every fucking road leads back to Rome. I don't know what to do.
So they weren't able to help.
Oh, well.
He was exiled from Constantinople to Caucasus, as mentioned before.
That must suck if you live in the Caucasus to be like...
This is where people get exiled to.
It's like you're being punished. You're like, yeah, that's why they sent me to this dump. It's like, but this is my home. What?
The Milton Keynes of the Byzantine Empire. Yeah.
That place is great. Shut up.
During this time, he still wrote letters that had like great support and controversy at the same time. So while he was banished in the Caucasus, he was further banished to Pitiant or Pitius, which is in modern Georgia.
Oh, okay. The people of the Caucasus were like, we're just really annoyed that you keep talking shit about this place.
Yeah.
as
So
your
you have
prison.
to go somewhere worse.
Yeah. So go someplace else.
He never reached this destination because he died.
Travel was hard back then.
Yeah. Well, he was like around 60 at the time. And he had these historical kidney issues and he died on the journey.
Pre-existing conditions, yeah. That's not
Yeah.
gonna help.
His last words are said to have been, "Glory be to God for all things." So I guess it probably wasn't a peaceful
Despite
death.
everything that happened to me, I'm still...
I stand by my love of the Bible.
Yep. All right. Fine.
So yeah, pre-existing conditions, but definitely not natural causes, I would say. So yeah, that's his life. Pretty controversial by the end. It started nicely. Started like kind of a role model, and then things all just went to shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it seemed like has some good things. The more you dig in that, you're like, oh, this is actually not a great guy. So
yeah, like so many of the saints.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you don't sound like you think he should be a saint.
I mean, I don't know. He seemed like an all right guy, but except for the terrible prejudices,
beliefs.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how far out of the mainstream that was at the time. So, but at the same time, it's like you're supposed to be a paragon of good. So, like, shouldn't you be speaking out against such things? I don't know. It's complicated. What am I supposed to say?
Maybe. What about his miracles? That's what you were meant to say.
Maybe. What are his? Does he have any relics?
Yes. Sorry, it's on a different bit. Let's find it. There's actually a fun story that's kind of also a miracle around the translation of his relics. So he was buried in the city of Komana, which is in Turkey. Somewhere en route between his two places of exile, he died and his remains remained there for about 30 years when they were transferred or translated by Eudoxia's son. So clearly he was like, let's fix this historical conflict that we've had and bring John back home. So his relics were translated back to Constantinople. And the story goes that basically Emperor Theodosius II decided that he needed to bring John's remains back to Constantinople. However, the initial attempt to retrieve the saint's coffin failed because the men sent by the emperor were unable to lift it, as though the coffin were sealed in earth. The emperor... So just like his mum, interpreting things as, is this about me? The emperor realized that this was a sign that the saint would not return by force. He wrote a letter to the dead saint, humbly begging for forgiveness on behalf of his dead mum, and asked St. John if he would kindly return to Constantinople. When the emperor's letter was read at the tomb, the coffin was easily lifted.
All I wanted was an apology, so thank you.
So fine, yeah. And upon arrival in Constantinople, the body was found to be...
stinky and rotten?
Incorrupt!
What?
Correct!
I totally didn't see that coming. I totally saw it coming.
Totally didn't. As the coffin was brought into the church, the people cried out, "Father, take up your throne." In a miraculous event, St. John's body opened its mouth and said, "Peace be to all."
It said,
Things that
golden
definitely
mouth, look at my shiny mouth. It's so full of golden wonders. Wonderful gold in my golden mouth. Sorry.
I did think you would appreciate another opportunity to do that. So,
That's
yeah,
fair.
you're welcome. So, yeah, his official tomb was then at the Church of Holy Apostles in Constantinople.
Right.
And during the translation, where he did a bit of zombie ventriloquism, there are tales of many other miracles that are more like traditional healing ones.
Oh, okay.
And even to this day, people claim to have had healing.
Right. The
based
blind
on
can walk. The lame can see again. Deaf people can taste. All the lepers know the alphabet again. It's great. Everybody's happy.
Sure. So then in 1204, the Crusaders looted his relic, which
Okay,
doesn't
why
seem
not?
very
As long as you're
Christian.
there. Well, I mean, it seems very much in the vein of the Crusaders, where just like
Yeah.
these heathens have our bones, our precious bones.
Yeah.
We can't take back the Holy Land, but we can take some. It's like the real consolation prizes there.
Yeah.
Some consolation
All the
bones there.
bones. They were taken to Rome, and in 2004, some of his bones were returned to the Orthodox Church in, well, now Istanbul,
No, Istanbul.
in the church.
Sorry, we had your bones for so long. We've been meaning to get them back to you. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Well, there was a bit of an argument in the 17th century, I want to say.
In the comments? What? Oh, in the 17th. Yeah.
About particularly his skull,
Uh-huh.
which somehow ended up in the Kremlin in Moscow.
Okay.
But his right hand is also preserved on Mount Athos in Greece,
Oh, in
at
Greece.
the Philothiou monastery.
Fun.
So, it's a sign that someone is a really good dude when their body is spread all over the place, right?
Yeah. I wonder if that's annoying. Your whole body's spread all over Europe.
I don't think you can really feel
I
it.
guess
But
not.
yeah, apart from that, the only other miracle is an interesting story that is heavily disputed even by people who believe in all this stuff. So
Okay.
it's considered apocryphal, but I think it might be one of the best episodes from his life. So although it's probably not true, the legend of the pennant of Saint John Chrysostom.
Okay. The penance or the penance?
Penance.
You take pennant with a T or penance? Like,
Penance as in like he did something bad and regretted it.
okay. Thank you. Carry on.
A late medieval legend relates that when John Chrysostom was a hermit in the desert, he was approached by a royal princess in distress.
Mm-hmm.
John, thinking she was a demon, at first refused to help her, but the princess convinced him.
Wait a minute. I'm not going to fall for this one. Just a woman, yeah, right. More likely a demon.
That's the obvious conclusion that you draw.
I feel like his prejudice is showing through here.
I mean, it would be bad enough if she was a woman, presumably.
Right.
At first, he refused to help her, but the princess convinced him that she was a Christian and would be devoured by wild beasts if she weren't allowed to enter his cave.
That's a good
You'd be
excuse.
like, well, actually, I've read the Bible too, and I think you're meant to help me.
It's a way to good way to get yourself in the door, right?
Yeah.
Just say, like,
He admitted her and carefully divided the cave in two parts, one for each of them.
Okay. I put a piece of tape across the cave, and this is my side, and that's your side, okay? Well, how come your side has the bathroom? Because it's my cave.
Well, it was probably a more physical partition than that.
Okay.
Because in spite of this precaution, they committed the sin of fornication.
Whoa! Wow, I didn't know it was going to
You
get
did
hot.
not see that coming,
No, I
did
was
you?
like, say.
And this is where he really got the nickname Golden Mouth from.
Hey, what are you saying? Hey, you fuck the first lady that comes in your cave? Come on, man. Like, have some self-respect.
Not very hermity, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in a way, then she was a demon.
Yeah.
She
In the
tempted him.
sack. Hey.
Hey,
You know, it's like, well, she's a princess. Like, what are the odds again? The opportunity to be with a princess again. I mean, it's just like,
that's
So,
true. It's a
yeah.
very good point.
Yeah.
He didn't see it that way because, in an attempt to hide his sin, the distraught John took the princess and threw her over a precipice, which is a really fucking rough ride. Like you try and hide from wild beasts in this man's cave, and then it turns out he's the wild beast, and he
Right.
throws you in a ditch.
This guy let you stay in his cave to protect you from wild beasts. You throw him a pity fuck just to be like,
Yeah.
thanks for letting me stay in your cave. And all of a sudden he's throwing you off for a fucking cliff. Might as
Taylor's
well just
oldest
taking my
son.
chances with the wild beast.
It is the classic, women would feel safer with a bear than with a
Exactly.
man.
Exactly. This is the lesson, ladies, is like the wild beast doesn't know how to throw you off a cliff, all right?
Yeah, and probably won't fuck you.
I would hope
Like,
not.
also,
Yeah.
like, presumably he was a virgin, so wouldn't have even been
Probably
worth
wasn't
it.
that good, yeah.
Yeah.
We fornicated, it was horrible. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, but it was your first time, man. That happens, don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
It's like, no, it's a sign of my divine punishment.
I'm curious to see how this turns into a miracle, because right now it's just fucking
Pretty bleak.
homicide.
Yeah, well, realizing the appalling nature of his crime, Chrysostom made a vow that he would never rise from the ground until his sins were expiated. So for years, he lived like a beast, crawling on all fours and feeding on wild grasses and roots.
Okay. So she's still definitely dead. Like she's just
Yeah, but he's like, I can make up for it. I'll be the beast that she was hiding from, I guess.
I guess. And then she's just fucking dead for the rest of the story. Like she doesn't like there's no what?
Well, I'm glad that you can't see where it's going because
Okay. I was not expecting it to go. I mean, fornication was left field. Precipice throwing actually made a little bit more sense because that's something we've run into in the past.
Yeah, that's true.
These saints love to throw ladies out of caves.
Yeah.
Check
What
our Saint Kevin
about
episode out
the
for that.
the beast role play?
Yeah, the beast, pretending to be a beast. I was like, how is he going to make up for this? I don't think this does it, but okay.
Well, it turns out it did because the princess reappeared miraculously alive.
She'd finally crawled up the side of the precipice, just like, oh my god, I've been climbing up this mountain for days.
Well, yeah, it's weird because it says he lived like a beast for years, but then when the princess reappeared, she was suckling John's baby. So, I mean, maybe he was a late weaner, as in one who
maybe, I
weans
don't know.
late.
I think people
not...
just breastfed for longer back then. In the
Right.
past.
She climbed a mountain with a 6-year-old on her breast.
She's been at the bottom of this precipice just raising this guy's kid.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
It really adds insult to injury.
Yeah.
So she pronounced his sins forgiven, and all was well.
Yeah, fine, whatever. You're forgiven.
I'm not going to
Just,
ask for child support, whatever.
Yeah. The kid's been bugging me to meet his dad. I thought, well, fine, I'll just take you to meet this guy. And then here you are, like, fucking crawling around on all fours. Like, this is, divorced dad energy, for sure.
Yeah,
living in a shitty cave in his own filth.
So, yeah, this became a very popular scene in the 15th century onwards, so kind of late medieval art. And, yeah, it's probably completely made up.
Yeah, there's a lot of holes in this story.
Name one.
I don't know, that some lady would fuck a guy who's been living in a cave for years. Like,
yeah. Hey, we don't kink shame here. John does, though.
John does. John's got some problems. This is a terrible miracle.
Yeah, you don't think that's a good miracle?
I think that's one of the worst miracles you've ever told me about. I'll go as far as to say that.
Wow.
All the terrible miracles.
We've set a new bar.
I know. I'm trying to think of worse miracles. There was the one miracle where, with Saint Kevin, where he killed all the birds.
Yeah. Was it all the birds or all the fish?
It was all the birds, because he was like, I don't know. It was really dumb.
Yeah.
For dumb reasons.
Maybe there's something to do with being in caves and doing terrible miracles.
I mean, I thought about this because he threw a lady out of a cave, too.
Yeah.
That wasn't a miracle. It was just assault. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of worse miracles than this, but I'm be hard pressed. Okay.
Yeah,
well, garbage. All right.
So...
I can see why some people would be like, we're disputing this. Why? Because it's just fucking weird. I don't know. Why would... we're still trying to work through the anti-Semitism and the homophobia. Do we have to deal with his, like...
Well, you know what they say, like, with the right wing, accusation is often projection.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this was, like, a form of, like, early fairyism or something. Because he's doing the wild beast impression.
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know if I've rescued the moral tone of this enough.
No, you really haven't.
No.
Okay, so...
Apologies to all the gays and the Jews. And who else did we malign?
Women.
All the women.
Whatever.
Okay, we're fine now. So yeah, based on all of this, can you guess his patronages?
Yes. Is he the patron saint of...
Well, that was pretty confident.
I'm feeling pretty good about this list. Is he the patron saint of people being overlooked in favor of wood? Being bumped in favor of wood.
Surely the cross should be the patron saint of that.
We'd love to give you the last seat on the plane, but there's a really nice coffee table that we need to take, so sorry.
There are dozens of those people.
Yeah, that happens all the time, I think.
Yeah. It's not on my list, no.
Is he the patron saint of quality moms? Got a really nice quality mom, that guy.
Surely that would be his mum.
Though I don't know if
anyone.
she raised him quite right, because he was...
Yeah, like she did everything right on paper, but then he turned out pretty messed up in the end.
Yeah, one sexual encounter and suddenly he's a serial killer.
He's a murderer, yeah.
Yeah. Is he the patron saint of standing up? Like, just standing up
well,
you need to stand up for a long time, or...
of public speakers, so I guess depends how long. Like, maybe if they were to combine the public speaking and the standing up, it'd be the patron of filibuster.
There you go.
People who do filibustering.
Or just stand-up comedy. Or just like, but if you're a public speaker and you're sitting down, just like, he's like, get the fuck on, I give no help to you.
Yeah, so...
you gotta be standing up when you're making your points.
Maybe people standing up comes under public.
Perhaps. Is he the patron saint of rug pulls? Because you...
No, I think that's me, actually, the way I told that story.
Yeah. Did I write down name calling? Why did I write down that? Oh, because he called that guy stupid. Yeah. Is he the patron saint of, like, name calling the dead? Like, he's like...
Like, that saint's a prick. Yeah.
That saint's an idiot.
It's not on the list.
He's just like...
I think there's probably, based on what we've heard, there's probably a lot of things in his, like, life story that people who want to venerate him might brush under the rug and not.
Yeah.
They don't want to draw too much attention to it.
Yeah.
Love the poor.
He loved everybody. Everybody. Almost everybody. He hated the rich. Yeah. And the homosexuals. But, nobody's perfect, I guess.
Nobody's perfect.
But people could be a lot better.
Yeah. This guy.
Nobody's perfect, but some people could be a lot better. That should be the expression.
What if he did some really good writing, though? Let's separate the art from the artist.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Yeah, great.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's always a great idea. And that's why you can't wait to watch that new Harry Potter series.
Oh my god.
No way is that going to fund hateful rhetoric.
To be fair, I think if you buy books by this guy, you probably are funding hateful rhetoric on some level.
Finally, he's the patron saint of making enemies. He certainly seemed to make a lot of enemies.
He is the patron saint of exiles, so okay. Kind of.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of the end result of making enemies.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Compared to executions, a pretty mild punishment.
He was in Constantinople, which is like a world capital. It's like in some ways like center of culture. So I was gonna say, because he got sent to the Caucasus and then to Jordan, which are not terrible places.
Right,
probably.
But like maybe like comparatively.
I guess it's kind of like the sticks, like right. He's like
but also like he died on the road, so like maybe it took quite a toll on him.
I suppose so. I bet the Caucasus are a lot colder than Istanbul. What are his patronages?
So, exiles, public speakers,
right.
And orators and lecturers. So, variations of public speakers.
Public speakers, right, okay.
Yeah, epileptic, like I think all of the saints for no reason.
Wait, he's a patron saint of epileptics?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are loads of them.
Of saints that are patrons of epileptics?
Yeah, of epileptics and against epilepsy.
We have not come across a single one, I don't think.
I'm sure we have.
I do not remember that.
Really?
I feel like I'd remember that, but...
Actually, no. Christopher, we've definitely done St. Christopher.
No, we have not done St. Christopher.
We not? Am I thinking of St. Sebastian?
He's not a real person.
Wasn't Christopher the shoe guy?
That's Crispian.
Oh, yeah.
St. Christopher's the patron saint of travelers, who turned out to be who was after Vatican II was like removed as an official saint because they turned out he wasn't. St. Christopher. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anyways, I think
Willie Broad was a saint against epilepsy. We definitely did Willie Broad.
We did not do Willie Broad.
Did we touch on him? Did we touch the
touched
Willie Broad?
Him. We touched your Willie Broad.
There's loads. Have we really not done?
I don't think we've ever done one that was the patron saint of epilepsy.
Okay. Well, there are a lot of them. Maybe they just don't have very long stories. I'm sure we did it. St. Anthony the Abbot was also known as Anthony of the Desert.
We did do St. Anthony the Great. That was like our third episode. So our second or third episode. So maybe I don't remember.
He had a lot. Yeah, fair enough. He had a lot of patronages. And one of them was against epilepsy.
Okay, so we've done at least one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So loads.
Okay, loads. Okay, great. Tons. What, millions? Great.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know specifically why he would be against epilepsy. The reason that loads are is because there's just healing miracles, and lots of saints have those, I guess. Yeah. So what else? Preachers, which I guess is a different theme of public speaking.
Yeah, okay. Now we're just getting into specialized public speakers. It might be like stand-ups, and people have to make announcements at the train station. Like what?
Well,
did
we do? Wasn't what's his name? Was Don Bosco? Was he?
No, magicians.
Magicians, yeah.
Yeah.
I would argue a type of speaker, performer.
I mean, it's not really about the speaking as much as.
Turkey, surprisingly.
Okay, it's pretty good.
And Istanbul/Constantinople. But yeah, so a decent handful.
Well, Anna, do you think you'd ever have Saint John Chrysostom? Chrysostom? Chrysostom. Do you think I'd ever have Saint John intercede for you?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned intersectionalism because I am an LGBT woman who is somewhat Jewish and also a pagan. So I think we'd get on like a house on fire.
Yeah, I know. He would be like, "You are everything I've ever hated."
I'll be like, right back at you, precipice flinger.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on board when he was like, let's not be hypocritical about the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that as someone trained in like ancient Greek literature and stuff, he probably would have been fairly good at wordplay. You know, I did like it when he compared the current emperor's wife to Herod's wife. That was kind of witty.
Yeah.
But overall, I would say definitely makes me feel better about my moral standing as a person/potential saint. And isn't that what this is really about?
Like, no?
You definitely, in the
No, I
description,
think
you're
that's
like, oh, we interrogate what it means to be good.
All right, because you're both financially and socially liberal. You think that you're better than this guy. I can see that.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, yeah, I think it is.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I guess you see, if you have to deal with leftists who are also not examining their own prejudices, which I guess is a thing that happens a lot with leftists. You often get some anti-Semitism, and that was a huge problem in the Labor Party recently or forever. So, you know, it's like people who are potentially good on some topics and poor on others. I think that if I ever got into a feud with an empress and an archbishop, it might be good to consult. You know, it's just like, I've got some accusations coming at me, like around 30. If you could
Yeah, I don't know though, because I don't know how successful he was really.
I guess he wasn't very successful
dealing
at that.
with those.
I don't know.
But yeah, he did 700 homilies is quite a lot. Like, if I'm ever trying to refine my type 5, like, he was obviously very productive as a
That's
speaker.
right. He's very, very productive writer and orator. So, you know, that's good for inspiration. Like, how do you do it? How do you get through writer's block? Things like that. I feel like if
Just
you're
start
talking...
ranting about LGBT people. That's if in doubt, fash for cash.
It's like, how do I do so much work? Well, I don't let the gay thoughts in. That's how.
Oh, wow.
Like, excuse me? Just as long as you're writing, the gays can't get you. And neither can the women.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I feel like if you were talking to him, you'd have to, like, really keep it specific. The topic's specific. We're not going, no digressions.
Yeah, it's like you mentioned before we started recording about how you don't wear your pro trans rights t-shirt around your parents because you don't want to get into that conversation with them. Don't want to invite it. You're probably going to cut that out, aren't you?
Maybe. Yeah, you're like, let's talk about how feeding the poor is great and how we can be more spiritual in terms of like redistribution of wealth to everybody.
Not everyone.
We're going to say everybody. Okay, no. We're not going to go on about how the Jews control the banks again. That's not our thing. We're talking about how to help the poor. You know, that's how, you want to keep them on a short leash, that John Chrysostom.
It's funny. It's like when I was working for an anti-privatization charity, we were protesting as it was the Tory government at the time, obviously, and they were like, I mean, yeah, privatizing. I mean, I think this charity is still very busy because,
right,
like, what's the difference? But we were at this protest and this like very far left person was like, I want to make a donation, and we were like, great, we don't really have like a bucket or anything, and she was like, oh well, you gotta have cash because everything's connected, and not using cash is why we're, you know, like one of the reasons why the tech billionaires are bleeding us dry. And I think she was also an anti-vaxxer as well, so like there is a tendency in at the extremes of anti-authority, there can be a bit of a tendency towards being a little bit unhinged.
Yeah,
like that.
Everybody's got one crazy. I don't know. Not me. I've got pretty great political views, but like I think most people. that's the thing where they talk about like people are on this. They get on this wellness to QAnon track to the far right. Like they start out like people who are trying to eat healthy, and somehow they end up raiding the Capitol on January
like becoming
6th.
Nazis. What the hell?
I started out as a vegetarian, and I ended up running a death camp. I don't know what happened. That kind of thing is just like, I read one article on raw milk and all of a sudden I was kicking a Mexican. I don't know.
Oh my God. That's a lovely note to end on.
Yeah, anyway, so Anna, thank you so much for telling me about this very complicated woman tosser of a saint.
You're very welcome. I look forward to receiving my 50/60 pound fee for this month's research.
Okay, well, I look forward to ignoring your bank details when you text them to me later.
Yeah, but we'll be back next month with some more quality research because our fabulous researcher Kat is coming back on board. So
Yeah, unless she
please,
became much more
if this
famous.
was deeply off-putting, please do come back.
We're sorry.
We're not usually like this.
Without Kat's steady hand controlling the
Yeah.
tiller of the show, we're all over the place. So
Yeah.
so give us we'll consider this. We'll give us a mulligan for this month. It's an off month.
Well,
We'll
and
come
last
back
month
next
as well.
month.
And off 2 months.
And the last few months, and honestly the last 5 years. But anyways,
Wow.
let's wrap it up, Anna.
All right. Have a blessed day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
But I did.